Hola, buenos días. Hoy vamos a continuar con las descripciones. Las descripciones son algo que hemos estado trabajando ya un par de semanas. Hemos estado trabajando con yo soy, tú eres. Yo soy, meaning I am, tú eres, you are. De acuerdo a lo que habíamos dicho antes, A es para niña, a girl, lady. O es para a boy or gentleman, niño. E o consonante is for neutral for both. Consonant is any letter that is not a vowel. E means and we got to use E whenever we're using two adjectives or more to describe a person. For example, Clara es alta y feliz. Clara is tall and happy. Amari es simpático y feliz. Amari is kind and funny. Clara is a girl. So, los adjetivos tienen que estar en acuerdo con la persona. The adjectives need to match the person. So if the person identifies as a girl, then the adjectives have to match. If the person identifies as a boy, the adjective has to match. Feliz is neutral. Feliz, we use it for boys and girls, okay? Everything in Spanish has gender, everything, with the exception of verbs. Keep that in mind. Es, over here you have eres and soy. Those are verbs. They're in gray. So they don't have gender. They use for everybody, all right? But everything else has gender and everything has to match. So for example, we done this before. I'm just gonna run right through them. Alto, alta, tall. Bajo, baja, short. Simpático, simpática, kind. Chistoso, chistosa, funny. Atlético, atlética, athletic. Bonito, bonita, pretty. And I gave you an example of right here, pájaro, pájaro bonito, pájaro being a bird. Well, if we are going to say, oh, look at that pretty bird, in Spanish, we have to say, oh, el pájaro bonito. Because pájaro ends with O, all right? Pájaro ends with O, and that means the adjective has to match the noun. Guapo, guapa, handsome. Feliz, happy. Serio, seria, serious. Tímido, tímida, shy. Inteligente, smart. Here you also see guapo. We usually use guapo for handsome, and we use that description for uh, for people. But we can also in Spanish we can say mamá es guapa. It's a way of saying mom is pretty. All right. Another way of saying mom is pretty. Maybe we are referring to the way she's dressed. Usually when we talk about guapa, when you use guapa for a lady, for a girl, we usually refer to the way they are dressed. All right. And because mama is a woman, we have to use the adjective that describes mama as a woman. All right. The new ones that we have, the new adjectives that we have are the following: rubio, rubia, blonde; pelirrojo, pelirroja, redhead. All right. Pelo being that means hair, so I want you to notice rojo or roja, that means red, and peli is kind of like the same as pelo, which means hair. All right. Pelirroja, pelirrojo, that means redhead. Estricto, estricta, strict. And I wanted you to see, I got it here in gray. If you notice in gray here, same in English. And we just had a couple letters before and after. Romántico, romántica. Why am I using this? Because I want you to see how, again, cognates are your friend. Romantic. Add an A, it becomes Spanish for girl. Add an O, it becomes romantic for boy in Spanish. Amigable, friendly. And notice, I want you to see this. Amigo is a friend, but a guy friend. Amiga Oops. Amiga is a girlfriend, okay? So they both mean friend. So when you friend, see that? So just like here, friend. So when you add the BLE, the ble, amigable, you're adding the LY in English. Amigable, friendly. Activo, activa, active. Again, cognate, aburrido, aburrida, boring. So these are a few new adjectives that we could use when we are describing people in a household or anybody that we know, basically. Um, let's say you want to describe your teacher, and you say, mi maestro es estricto. My, because mi is my in Spanish, mi maestro es, my teacher is strict. See that? Well, because if your teacher is a man, then you will use the O form. That means the adjective has to be the O form. If your teacher is a female, then you maestra will be teacher, female, then you have to use estricta. But in English, it stays the same. But in Spanish, everything has to change. And also notice, mi maestro es estricto, my teacher is strict. La maestra es estricta. The teacher is strict. La is the. It's a definite article. El maestro es. The teacher is. That's what it stands for. And then you complete the blank there. Mi mejor amigo o mi mejor amiga es rubio o rubia. Notice how I match O with O, A with A in the colors that are highlighted. Let me make it a little bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. All right? That's really important for you guys to see. All right? Again, it has to match. If it's masculine, it's masculine. If it's female, it's female. Basically, my best friend is here. If I translate this, my best friend is blonde. That's what it means. But in Spanish, it has to match. Depending how the person identifies. If the person identifies as a boy, then you would use the adjective for a boy. If the person identifies as a girl, you use the adjective for a girl. Mi papá es chistoso. Well, we know that one means my dad. My dad is funny. Just a nice simple example. And this, why did I write this one? Because I want you to see the exception to the rule. The exception to the rule. All right. Mi papá es chistoso. What that means is that, look, papá ends in A, but wait, how come chistoso doesn't end in A? Because we know papá means dad, and that's a boy, that's a man. So we have to use the description for a man. Even though the way of calling him is papá, we can change that to O because papá is referring to a man. So the adjective has to refer to how the person identifies or how you identify the person in this case, right? Now, everything, and I want you to see this. For example, el pelo es rubio. The hair is blonde. Clara es rubia. Wait. Well, if you're talking about the person's hair, the hair itself is a boy. But if the hair is on a girl, then we change when we are describing the person, la persona is a girl. So el pelo es rubio, Clara es rubia. El pelo es chico, the hair is a boy, la Clara es chica. The girl, Clara is a girl. So we have to match. El pelo es pelirrojo. Well, this person has red hair. But when we're going to describe her, Amelia es pelirroja. Or if we use what we call a pronoun, that we're going to be learning those pretty soon, ella es roja, es pelirroja. She's a redhead. Amelia is a redhead. Oh, her hair is red. Okay? So, again, el pelo es pelirrojo. Or you could say el pelo es rojo también if you like. It's acceptable. Keep that in mind. Um, I know it's a lot of information, but I know you guys are going to do well. After this, you're going to do a Kahoot and make sure if you took notes or come back and rewatch the video, it's going to help you answer the Kahoot. The Kahoot, all you got to do is click on the link. You do not need a pen, and you go straight to the Kahoot, multiple choice. You need to answer the question for attendance. It's important. If you haven't done so, make sure you do so now after you finish the video. Do that and then do the Kahoot. Can't do one or the other. Also, the Kahoot has a time limit. If you do not do the Kahoot by the time it expires, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to reset it for you to do it. You need to get this done. You got 40 minutes in the class right now to get it done. So please do. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe. Feliz Día de Acción de Gracia y estén seguros todos. Adiós.